Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Sunday, December 27, 2015, around 7:36 in the morning, Billerica, Massachusetts. It's going to be a rainy day and maybe some sunny breaks, and highs will shoot up to the 50s and low 60s, but this is the last day of unusually warm weather for New England, because back to reality, back to winter. Tomorrow's going to be in the 30s, and Tuesday it's going to be potpourri of precipitation, snow to start off with, then a mix to freezing rain, sleet, ice, and just plain rain. Some places in southern New England will get anywhere between 1 to 4 inches. Some news to report. The Buffalo Sabres beat the Boston Bruins by a score of 6-3. Jack Eichel of the Sabres played his first game at TD Garden as a pro. He got 4 points. Jack's from North Chelmsford, Massachusetts. Bruins blew an opportunity to go into first place in the Atlantic Division. The Boston Celtics beat the Detroit Pistons by the score of 99-93. Washington Redskins won the NFC East, so that means the Giants Patriots will not have a Super Bowl 50 match. And the Philadelphia 76ers won the second game of the year. They're still 2-30, but they have to start winning some games and stuff. I still believe that the 76ers will probably win between 12 to 15 games. And there's been a report that Broncos quarterback Peyton Manning used HGH in 2011. It's a documentary from Al Jazeera, but Peyton Manning's agents denied he ever used HGH. And there's also been a report that Phillies first baseman Ryan Howard used PEDs, and that's probably more believable because Ryan Howard, has been breaking down the past few years and his production's going down, so that could be the truth. And that's about it on the news. My first video blog subject of today is the continuation of top 10 list of everything and anything. I've now reached the top 10 sports stars ever to wear the number 53, and here they are. Number 10 on this list of greatest sports stars ever to wear the number 53, Randy Grad and Sled, who played many years as a linebacker in the 70s and 80s for the Denver Broncos, was a perennial Pro Bowler. He comes in at number 10. Number 9 on this list of greatest sports stars ever to wear the number 53, Mick Tingelhoff, who was a center for the Minnesota Vikings for many, many years, a very great center. He finally got inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame this year. Number 8 on this list of the greatest sports stars ever to wear the number 53, Derek Morris, who was a journeyman NHL defenseman, played for many teams including the Rangers, the Coyotes, and the Bruins. I actually own a Derek Morris number 53 jersey. I got that a few years ago at the TD Garden when they were giving away old Bruins players. I got it for a good discounted price. Comes in at number 8. Number 7 on this list of greatest sports stars ever to wear the number 53, Darryl Dawkins, Chocolate Thunder, who was a great dunker. He spent the majority of his NBA career with the Philadelphia 76ers and the New Jersey Nets. He passed away this year, broke. Number 6 on this list of the greatest sports stars ever to wear the number 53, Bill Romanowski, a linebacker who played many seasons in the NFL. He played his college football at BC. He played for the Raiders and a few other teams. He wrote a controversial book in 2005 saying PED use is running rampant in the NFL. Number 5 on this list of the greatest sports stars ever to wear the number 53, Mark Eaton, who was a center for the Utah Jazz for many, many years. A underrated, great defensive player for the Jazz. Number 53 is hanging from the rafters at the Utah Jazz Arena, the NFC Solutions Center. Comes in at number 5. Number 4 on this list of greatest sports stars ever to wear the number 53, Artis Gilmore, who played in the ABA and NBA, was a great player. When he played in the ABA, he had a big afro, and he had a great NBA career. He finally made the Basketball Hall of Fame a few years ago. Number 3 on this list of greatest sports stars ever to win, number 53, Bobby Abreu, who was an outfielder for the Phillies, the Angels, the Yankees, and a couple other teams. He had over 2,000 hits in a major league career. Number 2 on this list of greatest sports stars ever to win, number 53, Harry Carson, who was a linebacker for many, many years for the New York Football Giants, won a Super Bowl. He retired in 1988. He got into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2006. He was getting mad that he was being passed over for induction every single year. He even wrote a letter to the Pro Football Hall of Fame selection committee: if you don't vote me in 1 year, I want my name removed from the ballot permanently, because he says he deserved to go into the Hall of Fame. When he did that, the very next year he got voted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And number 1 on this list of greatest sports stars ever to win at number 53, Don Drysdale, pitcher for the LA Dodgers. He spent the entire career with the Dodgers. His number 53 is hanging from the rafters at Dodger Stadium. Great pitcher. He had 58 scoreless innings. He and Sandy Koufax had a 1-2 punch in the Dodgers rotation for many years in the 60s. He eventually became a broadcaster for ABC and the Dodgers and White Sox 1984 Hall of Famer. He passed away very young at the age of 56 in 1993. He was married to Ann Myers, who was a women's basketball player. And that's about it on that. Be back in a few with the top 10 sports stars ever to with the number 54. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Guy, Molly Rosenblatt of WCCO, Channel 4 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart is so stunning, and she's my favorite Elizabeth of all time. Amy Swenzy is so awesome. Barbara Gibbs of ABC 11 in Raleigh, North Carolina, has a sweet southern accent. And in the words of Sean Lucha, get out. Be back in a few.